Well, that's a different sort of common law.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like property, common property.
Yeah,
laws.
it's, what do they call that?
I'm not using, no, I'm not using the right term on, yeah, I don't
What
remember
is
now.
it?
Community property.
That's it.
That's it, yeah. The answer is, I don't remember. There's a wonderful course being offered by Scott Lay on family law, and perhaps we ought to kidnap him one night and have him talk to us. But, yeah, he's the county attorney in Ector County. And anyway, chain of title can be broken in a lot of different ways. Some of them are in the book, some of them aren't. Basically, you don't have to lose all of the rights to the property, like dedication. Part of the property gets dedicated into a roadway.
So it'd be like dedications, easements.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right away. I mean, if they run a right of way through through the middle of your property, that's a break, because the right of way is generally an easement, but it's a pretty big, use of the land. Surveyors are supposed to notice things like that and then report that on the survey report, plat, etc. Like prescriptive easements, where you see the tire tracks, they look really old. It looks like people have been using it for a while. Biggest break in the chain of title is just unrecorded commitments. Like, you talk about, what do you call those? Contract for deed, where it's not recorded at the courthouse until you've made the last payment, and the guy is decent enough, hey, you made it, to actually go down to the courthouse and record it. Should he not have lost possession of it during that period of time?
Mind if I use your book?
You might have to fight, you might have to work together this
I'll
evening.
just go get mine.
Sorry. If two people show up without their books,
All right.
I should have gotten more copies, but I'm not made of money. But anyway, okay, 14.8. Why does an abstract title not go back to the song? Or
How can it be repaired?
how can it be repaired? Lots of different ways. Next question. I had to do that on my property. The guy's father was named Joe. He was named,
Joe.
and he wasn't Joe Jr.,
Just Joe.
just Joe. So what happened was that he died without a will because he was dead broke. It was, in the mid-60s. They were, instead of being the land barons of eastern Williamson County, they turned into the paupers of eastern Williamson County during the last Texas drought. It was 4 brothers, and they had big plans, and they ended up a little bit less than big plans. But anyway, they were reduced, or at least Joe's father was reduced finally to about 4 or 5 acres. And when he died, they were just so, down that they figured, we're not going to bother probating the will. And so the property then went to his mother, and it was deeded to him, but there was a break in the chain of the title. And the only way to fix it was for me to drive around eastern Williamson County and get certificate of heirship. So that it was determined that Joe was an only child. Not in addition to not having a name of his own, he had to use his father's. He was proven to be the only possible heir to that property. So for every possible break in the chain of title, there's a form to fix it. Okay, we sort of got on 14.9. Why are there few abstract companies in relation to title insurance companies? The need simply doesn't exist anymore. They did a particular job. They boiled down the essence of the document, and then they copied that out by either by hand or typed it. And they didn't guarantee title, but a good abstract of title is just amazing because you see every single document related to that property just laid out in front of you.
You need that a lot of times.
Yeah, and they are delivered, like they're in their own little, no, it's not, where is one of those? Yeah, see that Pendaflex file?
Folder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they come in miniature versions of that, so it's kind of neat when you actually see it.
I hate to.
You gotta
fail.
go.
Yeah, I do. Thank you,
And
sir.
we'll just continue for a few more minutes. Oh, 1414, look it up in your book.
Okay.
There is a glaring error in fact in 1414. What is it?
Okay.
And boy, is it a glaring error in fact. So glaring, I'm not even going to cover it. Okay, 1414. Why do title insurance policies not insure against actual possession?
What? Why do
This is 1414. Why do they not insure against actual possession?
Because I don't know who actually possesses it.
Yeah, that's a surveyor's job to look, to actually go out and see if there is a problem. Their issue is the paper trail. What they deal with is not actual possession on the ground. So that's the surveyor's purview. Okay. 1418. If a title insurance company insists on more evidence than a surveyor deems necessary, are they practicing surveying without a license?
If they need more evidence?
If they tell the surveyor, we need more.
No, they're
we
not.
want more than what you're providing.
No.
Okay. What if they tell you that we want things on your plat that the TBPLS does not require?
As long as they ask for it.
They're asking, in other words, they're asking and they won't pay unless they get it.
As long as
But it's not according to the TBPLS rules as far as what is required of a plat.
It's up to the surveyor. See what-
This was a discussion I overheard at one of the surveyors' meetings this last
They
summer.
can't make you put stuff on your plat.
But if they ask for it ahead of time, I
Especially
mean,
if you don't want to certify to it.
Yeah, well, this basically all it was they wanted a meets and bounds description on the same page as the rest of the plat. They didn't want it on page 2. Why, I
I've
don't
seen that.
know.
too much papers.
Well, it makes it hard to read when you have everything all on one. But anyway,
That's what we do it now.
yeah,
On one page.
because the title insurance company said we would like it this way, and
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah.
For that, yeah.
so that's a business
Just
decision.
like when we do Alta surveys and they're lot and block
Mhm.
in the subdivision, and they want us to include sometimes a meets and bounds.
Yeah,
Sometimes, no.
yeah, we went
Sometimes if we
from
are-
here to there to there to there.
Sometimes if we have it already, then
Yeah,
yeah, we'll put it on there. Like if it was just a 2-acre lot and then it needed
Yeah.
to be platted, and we have the meets and bounds already typed up, then we'll put it on there.
yeah. Basically, that's a business decision.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they'll say, yeah, we need the meets and bounds on there. I'm like, no, you don't. It's the legal description. Sometimes they'll say, no, we still need it on there. Sometimes
Yeah.
they'll say, yeah, okay.
And they're not saying pretty please.
Yeah.
They're saying if you want to get paid, you'll do it this way. Okay. 14, 19 through 25. Know enough about torrents titles to answer a few questions. There will be questions on Torrens titles on the SIT. Probably not more than one or two. It was a kind of a sort of a good idea, except it doesn't, well, it sort of guarantees title. The title insurance companies are dead set against it. I can't say that I blame them. It makes them useless. And it's another example of government intrusion into, private, private enterprise, private ownership. But, several countries use it, and it's another way of doing things. If they would have set it up before we did the rectangular survey system, it probably would have been a great idea, because title would have come with, literally with the property description, and there would have been no issue about it. Basically, that's sort of it on Chapter 14. The test will be over Chapters 11, 12, and 13. Will be Thursday, and anybody who possibly can come by Saturday. You're gonna be yeah.
I got 7 locations out there already.
But it's, we're trying to get some high schoolers interested in surveying. Saturday. It's the 20th. So anybody who is interested in helping out.
We're gonna have some kind of little thing going on.
Yeah, the chapter is. Oh, it's welding, machining, and survey.
Really?
On the west side of the building. And the guy from Leica is going to be there. It's going to be interesting. Colin.
Don't know him.
Oh, he's the English guy. And he's a hoot. He is a hoot.
Possibly with Rodney.
Don't know him. Okay.
The one you were talking with at
Rodney works for Easy Drive.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, you're talking about Leica.
Leica USA.
Okay.
Yeah. Or Geomatics. Yeah.
who's the one you?
Rodney, see, I don't know. I never knew what he looked like. I just sent stuff down to him, and I talked with him a lot. And so when he said, "Oh, hi, I'm Rodney," and I said, "Oh, okay." Didn't look like what I thought he'd look like.
The one in Stenmark?
Yeah. I mean, super nice guy. He kept our equipment running long after its expiration date.
Yeah, that's the guy I call all the time too for my Leica stuff.
Yeah. And when the instruction, when the quick start manual waits until page 75 to tell you how to turn it on. Yeah, this is Leica. They give you the theory of surveying in the first 70 pages. So anyway, if you'd hit the red button.
Well,
Test Thursday.